Welcome to D.I.Y with me, Chilamo Zulu, aka Chichibadu. And on this episode, I will be showing you how you can make a simple centerpiece frame. And to make this centerpiece frame, you need a few items that you can see in front of me, and I'll run you through the items that you need. Number one, you need your pair of scissors. You need your skewers or kebab sticks. You also need your glue stick and glue gun. So we're going to go on a break, and when we come back, we're going to go straight into making our centerpiece frame. Stay tuned.
Glamville Wellness and Beauty Spas brings you Glamville Express Spa. Exclusive to Lusaka, and it is day and night. Glamville Express Spa has been brought to your doorstep to remind you that an express service is possible, especially when time is only convenient for you when you least expect it. Come through either before sunrise or after sunset, and we will be ready to serve you. Glamville Express Spa, a day and night express spa readily available for you. Located at Lake Filling Station along Lake Road opposite Crossroads Mall.
Welcome back. So before we went on our break, I ran you through the items that you need to make your centerpiece frame, and this time now we're going to go straight into making our centerpiece frame. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the skewers. I know some of you are wondering, skewers, kebab stick, making a frame using a kebab stick. Kebab stick. Today I'm telling you that, you know, some of these things are made for food, yes, but you can use them for other things as well. So have you ever gone into a store and found yourself looking at something so pretty, a centerpiece or maybe a wall decor, and you don't have the money to buy it, or you don't even know when you can get it? Sometimes you look at certain other things or other ways that you can use to make that exact item, or maybe make something as close as possible to what you've seen. That's what I'm doing right now. It's something that I saw in the stores actually, and I was wondering how I can make it, because I love to make stuff. So I said I'm going to make this, and I'll use something that I have at home. And here I am showing you how I'm going to make the same frame using just the skewers. Some of you use it for your kebabs, but today we're using it for something else. We are making our frame. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to make our bottom base for our frame by simply cutting this in half, and we're going to make sure you're going to cut 4 pieces, and they should be the same size. So you're going to get your pair of scissors and make sure you cut this in half. You can use a ruler or a measuring tape to make sure you have the exact measurement for the half of this, but like I love to just estimate. I always love estimating, so I'm going to use that method of cutting this in half. So let's cut it together. So I've made the provision where I'm going to cut with my scissors, and I'm just going to simply do this, break it like that. That's what we get. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you cut 3 more sticks from the skewers, and you have to ensure they're the same size. So what I'm doing is I'm making that provision where I'm going to cut with my scissors, and you simply cut it off like this. If it's not smooth enough, that's where you also have to use the scissors as well. You just simply cut off the rough edges like that. Okay. Then we get the other ones, these ones, you can get these. I don't want the sharp ends. The skewer has the sharp side and the smooth side, so I don't want the sharp side, so I'm going to get rid of that by simply cutting it off. As usual, I'm going to create that demarcation where I'm going to cut off the sharp end like that. And of course I have these that are sticking out, And my scissors will help me by smoothing out this part by simply cutting them off, or trimming them off rather. So let's get the other stick. So because we need 4, and you cut it. Remember to use the scissors if you like. You can actually even cut it direct, but I prefer to use the scissors because you have a straight cut out stick. Okay. So we have 4. Let me move these ones on the side because I want you to see what I'm doing now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bottom base for our frame. So we're going to use our glue gun, and you have to make sure you make a square. Our frame is going to be a shape of a square like that, and you make sure you glue the edges of the square, the corners rather, with our glue gun. And you have to make sure you're careful. I already turned on my glue gun, so you just place a little bit on the corner there, and make sure you place the stick on top like that, and you put on all 4 corners of our square, which is acting as our frame for our centerpiece decor. So let's add the glue there onto our sticks. Okay, so yeah. Remember to be careful. The co-host can be very hot. So we don't want abantu kupia. Ngamule bomfya glue gun takuli ukupia. You have to be careful. Muningire. Mulebi kapa no. Okay. So at this point, what we're going to do now is we're going to hold the corners where we added our glue to make sure our sticks are firm. Okay. So let's do that together. So I'll start with this corner that I started with. Okay. A few seconds. You hold the other corner. Few seconds. Hold the next corner, which is our 3rd corner. Few seconds. And you hold the last corner, which is our 4th and last corner. Few seconds. And then we turn it around like that. So what we have right now is a square. I'm sure you can see that on your screens. We have a square that has been stuck with the 4 sticks that we cut out. And this is what we get, which is acting as our base for our centerpiece frame. So now we're going to add the other sticks, which are going to stick out like this. These are the ones that are giving the frame, the shape of the frame, okay? So we're going to stick them with our glue. As usual, same procedure, but a little different because these ones are sticking to the top. They're going up like that. They're not laid down like the way I have done this. We're sticking them like this on all the corners, and you're going to use your glue. So you're going to place your glue right by the corner there, and you're going to get your stick. Don't cut it. Make sure it's as long as it is right there, like the one I have right now. And you're going to press it like that. Make sure it holds firm for a few seconds. Don't get tired. Once you have done that, you press it like that to ensure that it's firm. And this is how it looks once you have done that. So you're going to get the other one. You turn it around like this. You put your glue in the corner, like what I'm doing right now. And stick it onto the corner and make sure you hold it for a few seconds to make sure that it's stuck onto the base of our frame. And one thing I've realized about doing certain things on your own is in instances where you are stuck and you need to do something, you need to buy that item. The beauty about learning these things is it helps you to be creative, okay? You have to be creative with your hands. Sometimes it's not always that you have to buy that item. Sometimes you can make it on your own by just simply getting few items that look like what you have seen, and you make it for yourself. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. If I show you what I saw and what I'm going to what I'm making right now, you would simply agree with me that it's important to learn some of these things, because it's not always that you can be able to get that exact item, but you can just alternatively make it on your own. So that's the beauty about learning to do certain things on your own. So please keep watching, don't get bored, don't get tired until you see the end result of what I'm doing. Okay, so let's stick the last one. And our frame is taking shape slowly but surely. It's getting there. Remember to hold, because you want it not to come off. Make sure the glue is in place. Okay, at this point I have all my 4 sticks sticking up, secured with the glue, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to secure them together at the top, at the tip, like that. So I'm going to add the glue right at the tip to make that frame. And when you look at it, it looks like a pyramid, right? So yes, this is what we have made as our centerpiece frame. So make sure you hold it. Make sure you hold it. You hold it firm, like what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I have held it firm and I have gotten myself a secured frame. So at this point, we're going to go on a break, and I'm coming back to show you how this frame works and how you can use it, and I'll give you different pictures of how it looks when it's used. Stay tuned.
The world runs on us. At Metro, we understand that life doesn't stop for anyone. That's why we provide quality fuel needed to keep your day running. With our convenient locations and reliable service, you can trust us to keep you moving. So come to Metro Filling Station and let us run your world.
Welcome back. So before we went on our break, I ran you through the process of making this centerpiece frame, and this is how it's come out. I know you can see two, but I just want you to see how gorgeous these frames can be when you make them. If you want, you can even actually paint them. So right now they're not painted, but you can paint them to the color of your choice. You can paint them black, you can paint them gold, you can paint them white, or you can paint them silver. And if you have this small deco items in your home, like the ones I have in front of me, I have this pineapple, artificial pineapple, and I have this flower, succulent flower, artificial. You can actually even use this, you can use this frame for these pieces of decor that you may have. And I know some of you ladies have these in your homes. You can actually use this frame. When you make this frame, you can actually place it on top of your decor like that to just give it some beauty and just to let it look absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you do this for your little pieces of decor. Even any other, it's just not about having the exact ones that I have. you can actually use any other type. Even some candles, those scented candles that you have in your home, you can use this frame. The beauty about this is it gives that extra pop to your decor, especially if you're that type of person that likes those pretty decorations, those pretty sets, those pretty corners, like those just well-organized spaces. You can make this for yourself. It actually makes a lot of sense. You can put it even on your center tables. If you have a center table or a coffee table in your living room, you can add that. Your dining table can also have this added to it. You can also do this for your kitchen, especially those that have those islands in their kitchen. You can create a centerpiece like this and put it on your island. Alternatively, you can even hang it on your walls. If you have that favorite wall, you can actually hang it, especially those that have those coaster tables. You can have it hanging all the way from maybe from the ceiling, or you just drew a nail, create that string and place it on the tip of this and hang it. And you can even paint it. You can paint it black, you can paint it gold, or you can paint it any color of your choice, just to give it that extra pop. I hope you enjoyed what I made, and I hope you're going to try this at home or in your free time, your free space. You can do that. So let me quickly run you through the process of making this centerpiece frame. Number one, what you need is just 3 items. Remember the 3 items? The pair of scissors, you need your skewers and your glue gun, glue stick, they move together, or any other glue that can be able to hold these skewers together. And of course, what you need to do first is you have to cut them to your preferred size and make sure you frame them in a shape of a square as your base. And then you stick the other skewers, which are 4, in the corners, and make sure that you join them together at the top and make a shape of a triangle, and it will give you like that of a pyramid as well. So make sure you do that, and I hope you're going to do this on your own by simply doing it yourself. Thank you for catching up with me, Chilamo Zulu, aka Chichi Badu. Until next time, it's bye.